Why, hello everyone, and welcome to AM Tuesday here from Great Britain. It's round 8 already, over the halfway point in Season 10 here for Contest of Speed. I'm Kitten Petter, joined alongside by Andy Wu.
Howdy. Yep, it is just us in the booth this week as we have another full grid here on a wonderful AM Tuesday, as you said. Little overcast race here in Great Britain. No rain in the forecast, so we got I think our first dry race in a while in AM2. So looking forward to this one. Gonna be a pretty long DRS train, I think.
Yeah, not entirely unlike last week in Austria, where we saw Cam lead flag to flag on a podium, followed by Electric and Ben, which isn't too much of a surprise. These three have really separated themselves in the championship this season. They've accounted for all 7 together. Electric has 3, Ben and Cam have 2. They've also combined for 15 podiums out of 7 rounds. So, slim pickings for the rest of the field, with these 3 out to a huge lead in the championship. It is 123 for Blade, Ben is at 121, and Cam is at 116. 4th place is ZX with 47, so these 3 have really stamped their mark here in Season 10. Yeah,
they're kind of running away with it, but it is still very, very tight between those 3. And I expect more of the same this week. Although, at the moment, Dream and the Aston Martins, who have looked really pacey, just haven't quite been able to put a result together. Out to a provisional pole at the moment with a 28.2. I don't know. I don't have any gauge on how quick that is compared to the EU races. I unfortunately haven't been able to tune in.
Well,
that's probably your thing.
Well, lucky for you, I have that information. We'll get to it as soon as Electric Blade gets past Club P3, the championship leader. But yeah, EU3 has the fastest time set so far this afternoon by Not Rapid, so 1:27.461. So a little bit of work to do for the boys as we get into the quicker stages of qualifying. EU4, for reference, it was 1:27.850. AM3 all the way down with a 28.458. Woo. It's complex. Unlike Austria, you're going to see a bit of a field spread here, as there are a lot of places where you can get it wrong, especially in qualifying, and that'll lead into the race. But track limits can be a bit of a B word, wouldn't you say? Yeah,
pretty easy to run out of, or cut, for that matter. Several corners across this track. Namely, turn 1, it's easy to cut the inside there. Easy to run wide out of, is that Village? I'm not too good at corner names around here, but the turns 3 through 5 complex, easy to run wide out of Cops, and then, of course, the challenging Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel. Very easy to cut any of those corners. Running wide out of Stowe at the end of the Wellington straightaway? Hanger Straight? Yeah, this is the Wellington. Down this.
Well, I'm not sure who you're riding with, but yeah. I guess.
I was riding with VTEC, but I was just running through the whole track.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're running through that. Maybe we can do a lap in a little bit. I do have all the...
VTEC died.
Oh, hate that. I do have all the corner names and whatnot saved, and some of them do get a little confusing, because pretty much every corner has a name. As Express goes across the line into P8, he finally finished the points last week, for the first time all year, surprisingly. Which will catapult him all the way into a tie in the championship for P17 in the future. So, congrats to Express, who celebrates that provisional P8 with a nice little spin out of turn 3. That, I believe, Village. Yeah, that is Village.
Aha! I was right.
A couple of British reserves over from EU2 and EU3 respectively. We've seen them for the past couple of weeks reserving Mabo as well as Cornish Mantis. Maddie in the Alpha and Cornish Mantis in the Mercedes. I think Maddie might be...
I don't think he's going to set a lap.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to set a lap because he might be a little too OP for AM2. He's like a fringe... He's a tweener. Oh, goodness gracious! There is VTech dodging... It was Express who was just having all kinds of issues here on his in-lap. Not entirely sure what's going on with Express. Might have started partying a little too hard after that P8. He's down to P10 now. Cam Tizzle will go provisionally to pole with a 28.108. And I would expect these guys, they're typically just as fast, if not faster than EU3 in qualifying. But right now they're still a ways off, 7/10 off, which is quite a bit. And that's Texas Tornado. He has lost it. He's coming off a great run last week, P4 at Austria in that McLaren. Stepped up full time into AM2 here, and well, conveniently enough, he's going to be able to give his teammate Ben a tow down the straightaway.
I'm on board with Shelly just ahead of him. Going through the final couple of corners now. Into the line. He goes.
Ooh, Shelly. 27.992. We're finally into the 27. Let's see what Ben can do. He's going to go 27.890. Not sure if that was the healthiest tow down the hanger straight, but it looks like it worked out for him. I think Electric now will be come to the line. Through Vale, through Club, and onto the Hamilton Straight, the Sir Lewis Hamilton Straight. And he's not going to be improving. Electric
I think he's starting a lap.
Oh, is he?
At least
well,
it looks. Yeah.
No, these are very. The graphics are not good anymore. The outlap graphics hardly ever work. So, pardon me.
Well, we can go on board with him for a whole lap around here if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Lap
Get to see some of the lines here around AM2.
Heck yeah. You know, I love lines. Just came out of turn 5 onto the Wellington Straight now into... what is it? Is it Luffield?
Brooklyn's first, then Luffield.
Brooklyn's then Luffield. I guess that's the one that I didn't write down. He is Purple Sector 1 as he heads out of Luffield through Woodcott and then into Cops. Almost flat. So that car really wants to throw itself off the side of the road. And now into Maggots, and then Beckett's, and then Chapel.
A little wide, didn't quite get the apex of Chapel there, but should still get a decent run onto the straight here. The hanger straight, that is, and he's 4.5 tenths up.
Yep. Good time incoming. Could he challenge for provisional pull right now?
No, very good through Stowe.
Yeah, very good through Stowe. Doesn't validate, but takes a really good line carrying speed here through Club again. And that is going to put him provisionally on pole with the 127.864.
Yeah, everyone here is slightly one-upping the other. I think some of these guys that we saw set good lap times earlier, namely Dream, Texas Tornado, probably Express, even though he hasn't quite nailed a lap yet. I expect some of these guys to be getting up near that 27.8 mark where we see Blade and Ben at the moment.
Well, Case also reserving from AM2 is, oh boy, Harris will improve on his time. But, good thing he didn't break that right rear suspension. Power sliding up against the wall like that. Currently second to last amongst the set times Death Storm. I think this is a timed lap. No, it isn't. Of course not.
Ooh.
Wish I could tell.
On board with the Express through turn 1, and his car just did not turn for Abby, and he almost ended up in a wall at a very high speed, but he was able to bail out. I think that's a sign that the assets are trimmed out as they normally are.
Alright, he's going to back out of it. 4 minutes left. That's going to be tough for him to get around and get back out. There in P13. Future is pit. Secure the Perks is on a hot lap, I believe, through Cops. Sector 2. Oh, he invalidates out of cops. That is unfortunate for the percolator. 5,000.
It's my favorite City Girls song.
Yep, I love that song. Love the City Girls. Here is Cam starting a lap, I think.
Yep. On board with him through Abby on the absolute track of the track.
And in order to get a really
got it good.
In order to get a really good time around here, you do have to absolutely cut that to the maximum, but don't want to bite off too much because they will penalize you quickly. For that, Cam goes purple sector 1. As he manages left field, looks pretty tidy. The late apex there through Woodcott onto what used to be the pit straight. I believe the last year they did that was 2010. Tidy through cops.
I don't know which track map I like better. I think I'm a fan of this one.
They did a good job at gluing a bunch of pieces together. But you know.
Speaking of gluing pieces together, Cam, another good sector there.
Yeah, that's another purple
glue
sector.
The last one to it. Oh, he's gonna run a little wide, but I think he's still doing all right.
Took a lot of that red curb.
Yeah, he did.
Through 16. See if that affects it at all. 27.690 for Cam is got the cavalcade back out. A lot of outlaps at the moment. Is Death Storm on a hot lap? No, he's not. And again,
the Mantis is getting ready to come to the line. He's a couple tenths up.
Yeah,
at least that's what his timing thing said.
Really good, good qualifying so far from Cornish Mantis. P7 he sits currently, but this is a very big field spread for AM2. 2 seconds all the way down to Harrisplex, and 15th who has the other posted time. I don't think Matty Rabo's counts.
Yeah,
I don't know, with
solid lap.
57.07. Is this a dream? Perhaps on a hot lap.
Nope, he has a lot of ERS.
Oh, and secure the perks. Oh, I think he must have spun. I'm not sure where he spun. Is that coming? Yeah, the loop dream goes up to P5. Secure the perks is going to have his work cut out for him. Did not see what happened there. Might have lost it out of 5 and then moved backwards just a little bit, trying to flick spin. Still really quick to adjust, guys, from sessions if you drive backwards at all, even if that is the safest thing to do in some circumstances. But Dream up into P5. Unfortunate for him. Cheesehead looks like he's coming to a line. Currently P8. And Cheesehead is... where's he at the championship? Is currently 5th. Yeah, he's 5th now. Oh, or maybe this is the start. Or no? I can't tell.
No Chase is coming to the line to finish a lap, and I think he's the first. He finished his last lap, P10.
10th. Bergie, is this a finished lap? Looks like he was up. He does improve a little bit. Yeah, he leapfrogs back into 9th place. Those two were actually 8th and 10th in the championship as Bergie celebrates with a catastrophic accident. Nice to see that the scoreboard has gone even one better. It doesn't tell me any information now, so I have no idea who's on a good lap. I can only tell who's gone and who's in the pits.
With Texas Tornado bailed out of his final lap, so no improvement there.
It's like
I think Electric.
Yeah, Electric and then Ben, by the looks of it.
Oh, he's gonna lose it!
Goes a little too hard through club.
Oh, he's got the middle of the track. He's got cars coming.
He's just gonna roll
I think
across.
Ben messed up too.
Ben
so
has misthrown it out. Shelly is not. And Shelly, I guess, is done.
He's got DQ'd for something. Yeah, Shelly missed the timing there. Oh, Cheesehead's on another lap. He's come to the line improving.
Oh, that's a P7 for Cheese. Express is invalidated.
Harris is a tenth and a half up on his personal best right now. He's in 15th, little ways back, but he may be able to scrape into the top 10. Oh, the car in front of him died. That couldn't have been helpful.
Yeah. Yep.
Matty spinning in front of Harris there.
Case has his pit, but no time from 4 of these guys. VTEC, Case, and then Secure the Perks and Chase both got disqualified. I'm not sure what really happened in either of those situations. B Case has Alpine going crazy. That is correct. Yeah, Alpine is leading the Constructors' Championship, 239 to 146 over McLaren. So mathematically, that is a lot. Case says he wants to start from the back. Part-time commentator, part-time reserve driver at AM2. Case in your face.
Yeah, had a rough race last night, lagging out in AM3, but he did look pretty solid until that moment. Exciting championship propositions in AM3 now. Jay Walker closing the gap up to Easy Rider Yoey and Tin Man to Rowdy. Another three-way championship battle in AM3 along with AM2 as the 3 we'd expect to be up front are there. All within 2/10.
Cam Electric Bin is your top 3 here. Alpine coming off their third consecutive, or not consecutive, but third 1-2 of the season. Starting 1-2 here today. Shelly Dream, Texas Tornado, Cheesehead, Cornish Mantis in the top 10. Bergie and Wing It round out. The first 10 runners we'll get to everybody once we start the formation lap. Texas Tornado says my banker time was good. He said he had almost half a second worth of time in the reserves. Interesting.
Yeah, I think he was one of the early ones to set a pretty good provisional pole time, and he just wasn't able to improve on it. So probably made a couple of mistakes through his last couple of runs. Ooh, someone readies up immediately. That'll probably be a penalty point. These guys got to get their strategies going. I'm not sure everyone's going to start on. I have a feeling we'll see a mix of tires. I think all 3 tire compounds will be on the grid to start this race. Only time will tell which one's the best to start on, but I'd probably stay away from the hards if I was anywhere in the top 15.
You think?
Yeah, I think they're just a reliable tire to get onto if there's any sort of mistakes early.
Well, only 2 tires, as a matter of fact, either mediums or hards for everyone in the starting grid this evening. That said, let me turn that down a little bit. That was coming up. It's coming up. Oh, that's loud.
It's not that bad.
Speaking of loud, Cam Tizzle smokes it. He's starting P1 on the medium compound tires, followed by his teammate Electric Blade. Cam is third in the championship. Blade, who's in second, you may ask. It is Ben, his Electric Blade. I'm not sure what happened there. He just went all the way off the track down the Wellington Straight and crashed. Shelly the Turtle's in fourth. Turtle Man looking to hopefully get a decent result here. Missed the first 3 rounds and been a little hit or miss ever since. Dream with a good qualifying spot there in P5. He's currently 9th in the championship, looking to improve perhaps. Texas, good qualifying. Coming off of a really good result. At 5th in the championship. He'll be starting in reserving from Eve. We'll see how that plays out for him. Speaking of playing, here's the Bergie plays in 9th place on mediums. Wing It in 10th. E. Warren in 11th. So the Red Bull qualifying woes continue. The Future in 12th. Express in 13th. Death in 14th. Harris Plex in 15th. Then you have Matty Robbo, VTEC, and Case all on the hards. Followed by the 2 DSQs from qualifying. These guys were both in the top 10 when they got disqualified, but Secure the Chase are starting on the mediums, and they will have their work cut out for them. Got any predictions? Hot takes?
I am a little surprised not to see the softs anywhere on the starting grid, especially for someone who thinks they probably could have done a little better in qualifying and wanted to make up track position early. But tire wear is a little concerning on them. But everyone playing it safe, going with the mediums or the hards. And I'd say, man, Shelley, 4th place on the hards. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of it. I think he's probably going to put himself under a lot of pressure on the start. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that Ferrari drop. More than 3 spots.
Got a weird camera angle here for the start. Oh, and actually there's no glitch. So here they go. Off into Abbey is that Ben in the McLaren with a great start. Electrifying is... Looks like everybody gets by clean, for the most part at least. Yeah, it looks like Cam was able to hold off there. Let's bring that.
Smooth start for everyone except for Electric Blade. Just did not get off the line. Him and Shelley.
Yeah, all the way back to 6th. There's some good action though. Electric Blade looks like, and Shelley back here mixing it up. Not great starts. Texas Tornado Cheesehead, big winner. Off the jump, Dream into a podium spot already. He's got a yellow flag. Looks like nothing major.
VTech was just letting everybody by, biding his time.
Always the gentleman, that VTech. Is Shelley really struggling to get those hards warmed up? Runs wide at Cops. It's going to give Wingate an opportunity here, possibly to pounce. It's going to take a couple laps for those hards.
Yeah, they're not on here. See how much ERS either one of these drivers want to burn. Here comes Wingate.
Yeah, looks like Wingate's going to get this job done. Just too much traction coming out of Apple there. And now Shelley's
the gentleman though.
Oh, always a gentleman. Look at, yeah, kind of messed himself up a little bit, and that's Mantis back there in P18.
Oh, Express and Future both pit and picked up some wing damage. That's probably what the yellow flags were for.
That's unfortunate.
Into Brooklyn's in left field.
Yeah, then just injury to insult. Future's going to just go ahead and call it quits after he picks up a 5-second speeding penalty in the pits. Not ideal after he showed a lot of flashes there in the first few rounds of the season, but just hasn't been able to get it going since. Anyways, Electric Blade now on the back of Texas Tornado. We'll see how much of a team player Texas wants to be. Got Alpines in 1st and 6th, and McLaren's in 2nd and 5th. Could be imperative to Ben's plans for Texas here to not make it particularly easy on Electric.
I do just want to say my prediction was very much correct with Shelley. Dropped 4 places on that opening lap. So we'll see if that comes back to him by the time these mediums start wearing out. But yeah, rough start there for the Ferrari and Electric Blade as well. He didn't get off the line at all.
Chase also must have had some issues there on the start. He's in 19th on those softs now.
And Deathstorm pit too. And he's
Deathstorm
on the hards
pit
now.
too, and Deathstorm just had wreck on the first couple laps. Pretty much every race this season. And he's down there again. They'll be hoping for a safety car, but Cospets has the over-under on safety car at 0.5. Not usually a safety car ridden sort of track. Plenty of runoff, although there are some places where they can lose it. DRS has been enabled. Ben is staying within DRS on Cam. 8/10 is the gap right now, but it looks like they may have broken free from Dream. It's very close nonetheless.
I was going to check TAS to see tire wear and all that, but only have it for 3 drivers currently. The Mantis, Express, and Chase. Everyone else, not so much in Mantis. It looks like he is spun again. He is spun in Village. Rough start there after what looked to be a pretty promising qualifying, but the hard's just not playing ball right now.
He immediately dropped, I think, P11 and then spun, and now he spun again back into P16. Only people behind him are those who have had to pit. Express, Deathstorm, and Chase. Shelley actually starting to reel it in on Wing It. Wingate not really catching the guys in front of him like I thought he might. He's already at a DRS. Now Shelley's going to be able to, at least he's going to be in a position to pounce.
So much Wingate fights it. Man, that DRS is wrong.
Yeah, the ERS deployed immediately as well. It might be a little heavy on the downforce by the looks of it, because that was very OP from Shelley in a straight line. Berg on the back of these boys. E. Warren doing his best to try to stay within DRS as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if we end up having a couple trains forming now, with Wingate having the pace on the mediums and Shelley being on the hards. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys start falling away from that top 6 pack and start forming their own for the back half of the points.
Yeah, I mean, so far they're keeping it somewhat tidy, but I would expect top 6 to start to break away, and the Dream is losing about half a second a lap there to the 2 cars ahead of him now within DRS as well. So two-man show up front, and then DRS trains intermittently throughout. E. Warren doing his best to catch up to this one. He's not too far off, 1.3 seconds right now as he adds 2 cops. Harris is all over the back of Secure the Perks, and that's Mantis again, I think. Man, those hards, they're definitely up to temp, but a little too up to temp. If
about to fall back to the guys that have already made a pit stop, and this is one of the longest pit lanes. Someone who's really struggling right now, whether it's just for pace or anything. Electric Blade burning through a lot of ERS to try to stay on the back of this Dream Train. At least come the other 2 that are stuck in it.
Train.
That is a nice name. But oh, someone around. Shelley on the
Shelley
hards,
on the hards.
The final corner.
Yeah, at a club for Shelley, and that is honestly, out of all the tricky corners on this circuit, that has been the trickiest. It's so, you gotta be so careful laying down traction through club. It's really easy to mess up. It usually is, but it just seems a little bit worse on this game. And Shelley experiences that firsthand, and that's going to give 7th place back to Wingate.
Oh,
Harris, Harris with a power slide. Great save from him, and Mantis, I think, is retired in the pits.
And the Express behind him is spun out of Stowe. Ended off in the escape road, and his hards are not doing too well.
Yeah. It's tough stuff there. Matty Robbo on those hards up into P13. Look at Secure the Perks. Might be the biggest mover of the evening so far after getting disqualified for reasons we can only speculate about in qualifying. He is up into the top 10 on
He's
those
got
mediums.
another move coming here.
Yeah,
He's
it looks like
flew through the S's there compared to E. Warren. But E. Warren dumping the battery.
Yeah, he wanted to do a good job to stay in front of him for now, but Secure the Perks is on the charge.
So much better.
Yeah, he is, and he is he's one of the guys I have him earmarked for next surprise podium. We've had Chase. Oh, is he quick hands right there? We've had Chase. We've had a couple other guys get their first career podiums. E. Warren. I think this guy might be next. Secure the Perks. Probably not today, but.
Well, I mean, right now, Dream holding on to that 3rd spot. You haven't had him on a podium yet this season, even though his pace has deserved it. The Cheesehead going for a move into Brooklands and Luffield. Oh, Dream runs wide. Oh man, he almost got rear-ended by the steaming tornado.
This has let one blade of electric back into the fight. These guys this is a 4-man feisty little pack we got going here, and Electric is on the caboose. Chase picks up a 3-second time penalty. Bergie picks up a 3-second time penalty. This is where the dirty air is. You see everybody scrambling with understeer through Maggots and Beckett's.
Dream struggling. He's got the straight line speed with the ERS and DRS.
Ooh, Texas Tornado thinks about diving up the inside into Brooklands, but he does not, or excuse me, Stowe, but he does not. Ooh, now in the veil.
Yep, just trying to force a mistake, which I think he did, but I don't think he's going to gain anything from it. Hard to really make a move through there. But out of those final couple of corners, Dream just did not have any grip compared to Cheesehead out of those corners. But he does have the straight line speed, which will make it difficult for the McLaren and Alpine behind him, but got more time penalties rolling in. Harrison Case to follow each other off the track and both pick up a 3-second time penalty.
I don't think it's exactly a hot take, but I would assume that most of these guys will, probably over half the drivers will have a time penalty by the end of this race. Such is life around Silverstone.
Yep. 3 seconds is normally par for a race here. You'll have some people that have 6 and some people that have none, but I'd say yeah, 3 seconds is going to be right about average.
Man, I was just going to say, I accidentally moved back to Wing It. Wing It looks like he might have picked up some pace here. These guys are letting him maybe get attached within, no. Wing It looking for that DRS. He wants to join the party too. These guys are all having fun.
Yeah, I'm not so sure it was Wing It who was picking up pace, but these guys battling as they're, again, into Stowe. Texas Tornado is done, though. On Dream. He did pick up a penalty this lap, so that's his first 3 seconds of the race. First one out of the top 7 to do so.
Yeah. It's a bit. He is staying within DRS range. Just barely. Really, the gap hasn't changed in pretty much the entire race. About 8 tenths. Consistently. Probably smart stuff from Ben. Hopefully he's saving his DRS.
Actually came at a little bit more than him, but I think both of these guys are content with not battling at the moment. Just go in and secure yourself 18 or 25 points and let everyone else battle for the points behind you. Man, Case gets another 3 seconds. First driver is 6.
Only 8 laps into this.
But here comes Electric. He's going to go for a move in the cops here on Dream.
Oh, where have we seen?
Around the outside.
Dream's gonna back out.
Yeah,
fair play.
Good call.
Fair play. That could have been bad.
Yeah, I don't think Electric was planning on that, but he saw the run he had on Dream out of comes in left field.
Oh.
And just decided to dump the battery.
Express gets a 5-second time penalty for ignoring the blue flag.
Yeah, he's right ahead of Fergie behind him. So he's pretty close to this top group of drivers. Man, what's going on? We got some sort. Oh, Shelley and E. Warren. That's where it is.
Oh, this Harrison Case.
Oh, Shelley. E. Warren contact. That's gonna open the door for Secure the Perks in the final corner.
Oh, and who's that?
There's Bergie.
This Bergie lost it at a club there. He's gotta be careful.
E. Warren, or E. Warren and Secure. Oh my goodness, Secure got clipped. Oh.
Wow,
man, tough lap for Williams there. Both their drivers dying.
Oh, that is rough. We got cars all over the place. Guys in the back were getting feisty. Guys are getting feisty. Everybody's getting feisty here tonight.
Well, and we're starting to get to the point where the mediums are going to be falling off a little bit compared to the hard tires. Shelley made a move, put E. Warren off, and Secure the Perks. Tried to take advantage of it and just bit off a little bit more than he could chew, it looked like.
It was a great race for him so far, but yeah, now Shelley, the highest of those hard runners in P8. About 5 seconds off of Wing It, though, who has gotten into this group. He has closed onto the back of Dream, who is now in 6th.
I think we got a move for 3rd, Bruin.
That looks like Texas Tornado. I said it last week, but I really did not expect this kind of pace out of Texas Tornado.
Oh, contact into the corner.
Almost side by side.
Matty is fun. Out of Stowe.
Oh.
We're in the middle of it, really. There's another car coming. Alright. No murder.
Well, that's good to hear. secure his, picked up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pits, and he's going to retire in the pits as well. We're down to 17.
Oh, Dream spun. I saw an Aston Martin around in turn 1, and it was Dream instead of Express this time.
Oh no! Calamity.
He's got another car
Calamity. Aston Martin.
Oh boy!
And what was that Bergie having to check up?
Yeah, it was.
Through Village. Or Farm. God, Farm. Sorry. No, you got me all mixed up.
Sorry.
Up in the top 10. He's got 6 seconds of penalties. But a lot of these guys, have fallen off.
I'd go back up to the battle for third if you can. I think we may get season 3 action. Texas Tornado running out of ERS. Electric, tough line through the S's. But she said I think has the ERS to go for a move if he wants. Oh no, Texas dumping all of his battery. He is down to fumes. Able to hold on to third though. And we are coming to the pit window, and you have Ben hits this lap going off the mediums and what I can only assume would be hards.
Looking for an undercut there.
As well.
Yeah, pitting is probably smart for these guys. Undercut probably does work. It might. I guess I haven't really seen it happen, but yeah, Ben and Cheesehead here.
Should have clean air, considering the amount of people that have spawned. Yeah, it is a tricky pit lane to get into. It looks like E. Warren is spun or lagged out of the session. He's up in the 6th. Try to get him back. Man. Never mind, it won't let me. Solid game.
Cool. Ooh.
Yep. Ben was able to get out ahead of Maddie. He's still in the top 10. He's in 9th. And she said, oh man, 8.5 seconds, 9 seconds off of Ben. We got a 3-way battle up here for, I guess, 2-way. E-Warren's not really here, but VTech moves himself up in the 6th after dropping to the back off the line.
And VTech also, he had a quiet P5 last week.
Oh my goodness, we're missing a fight. 2nd and 3rd. Electric Blade absolutely does Texas Tornado around the outside of Stowe and Texas pits.
Alright,
this lap.
Let's see where these guys come out. Electric inherits the lead of this race. And
yeah, I do like the undercut here, though. I mean, there's no real reason to another lap if you are racing. But Maddie gotten back around Ben, who's on those hard tires, probably struggling to warm them up. And,
yeah, we saw him sliding through turn 3 or turn 4, I think. Just got a glimpse of it.
He's going for a move onto the Hamilton straight. There's contact. In turn 1, he backs out of it. Oh, runs wide with the dirty air.
And Cam has come out right in front of these boys. So it turns out that didn't quite work out. These hards are hard to get up to temp around here.
Yeah, well, you gotta watch Cam this lap. He's gonna be struggling like Texas did, and I wouldn't be surprised if both these guys have a run on Cam. Have to watch him.
Yeah, and Cam completely understeers. This might be Ben's opportunity here. This last half lap is Cam
loose,
sliding out of left field, and are we gonna have a battle into cows?
Oh, he's
Ben
going for the
sneaks back into the slip.
Oh, and yeah, just the understeer, the cold tires there.
Yep.
Oh no, Maddie.
And now Maddie's getting himself involved in the championship fight.
He backs out of it. Oh man. Hope Cam can get these tires up. He's now got DRS, but he's lost the position to Ben.
And Cases picked up another 3 seconds. Ben, meanwhile, might actually have an opportunity here to...
Oh, Cases spun on the Hamilton straight into the final corner. He's got the leaders coming. Hopefully he can get that thing going and not die again. The electric pit this lap, and we'll see. Yeah, he's gonna be pretty far behind these guys. See where he comes out in terms of Cheesehead in Texas. I'll keep an eye on that, I guess. Looks like Cam's falling out of DRS range a bit.
Yeah, 1.3 seconds is the gap, and that undercut does work, but for different reasons than usual. Those hards, second lap versus the first lap, humongous difference. Ben actually they'll be picking up a probably DRS pretty soon, so that'll help him out as well. Is the race for the lead, pit stops notwithstanding, is on. Wingett is currently leading the race, but he is yet to pit off those 12-lap-old medium compound tires. You would have to assume that he will be jumping on in now. He is. Let's see where he comes out. Shelley will inherit the lead in that situation. On those hards, him, his teammate Vitek, and Case are the only three that have not pitted, aside from Deathstorm, maybe?
The Deathstorm pit on lap 1.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. So Ferrari 1-2 for now. Oh, Matty hasn't stopped. Warren must have lagged out. I didn't even notice that.
Yep.
Says he's joined. Ben pumps in fastest lap of the race. He means business now. That undercut doing wonders as he is up to a 1.5 second lead. Rack.
It looks like Electric made the most of his overcut on these guys. As Wingett comes out behind him and just ahead of Cheesehead, going through village. Cheesehead,
yeah,
wonderful move.
Yeah, Wingett was sideways coming out of there. These 3-lap-old hards are entering their prime. And
Wingett's got to be careful with the understeer here.
Wingett's struggling to get that thing turned.
And it's so hard to watch that car just scrape across the track and get loose on exit. See if that opens the door for Texas Tornado. Nice.
Warren lost power in his arm.
Oh,
hate to see that. Hopefully it wasn't anybody's. Hopefully no one did it on purpose. Hate to see that. Bad time for a fire alarm. Texas Tornado now all over the back of Wingett.
She said 3 seconds.
Oh, Wingett on these flash hards. Another good catch from Wingett. Can he keep Texas Tornado behind him? It looks like he won't be able to. We'll see how much he's willing to risk around the outside. This Texas Tornado. Warren probably just picked up a 3-second time penalty as soon as he rejoined. Cam Tizzle now pumps in fastest lap. He's back into DRS range. Forget.
Fresher tires by a lap helps out Cam, but he did seem a little bit quicker than Ben in that first stint.
Oh! Cheesehead!
Who's that?
Cheesehead!
Oh no!
Out of farm.
Did he lose it on the curb, maybe?
Maybe. You don't see that too often.
He's gonna go around again.
He's gonna have to drive out of it. He's got a huge gap behind, so should be okay for some points. Oh no.
Wingett got back around Texas during all that.
I know Cheesehead's gonna have to cut the grass.
Yeah, if he gets a 10-second for it, it'll be removed. He did not. Good job, Dan.
That's good.
He's got a car coming. That's E. Warren.
Yeah, E. Warren, his teammate Deathstorm, right behind Cheesehead. Oh man, that might.
Cheesehead's got to be careful here. Just got to coast around and for a lap. This is gonna be sketchy going through the S's. Up front though, Vitek, after leading a lap, is dove into the pits, and he's the last of the hard runners. Well,
he gets a bonus point from me for leading a lap. Sponsored by Busch Light.
Further behind them though, Wingett has gotten past Texas Tornado and is able to hold off in the stow this time, and we'll see if he'll be able to go run down Electric. But I think Electric was able to fight his way back up into a provisional podium spot.
Yeah.
After just really looking off the pace in that first.
Yeah, good stuff from him in order to get back into a pretty profitable position as the championship leader.
One thing I really like right now in terms of strategies. Both the Ferraris, Shelly only 4.5 seconds off the back of Wing It in Texas, and VTech further 5 seconds behind them, but just in clean air, the both of them able to really get the most out of their medium stints. We'll see if they'll be able to run these guys down.
I could see Shelly definitely in play for a top 5 here. Although last night in the AM3 race, the reverse strats, the guys on the mediums didn't quite close the way that I thought they would. So the gaps aren't huge in terms of tire around here. I remember softs and mediums really aren't that far apart in terms of pace. Mediums and hards, once they get warmed up, probably aren't super different either. Texas Tornado, though, going one more time.
ERS.
Not burning it.
Now he is.
A late call. See if he...
I just feel like he wasted a bit there. Should have committed.
Oh,
and he gets 3 seconds. Penalty. Is that a second?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, he's up to 9.
Oh boy.
That's not good.
Might have missed one of them, but yeah, that is a lot. Matty Robbo, the last one. The final holdout is finally pitting as Shelly goes fastest with a 130.983. Shelly thinking not top 5, probably top 4 actually. As Matty's going to filter out, I think, into somewhere in the top 10.
I think he's going to drop behind Case in 9th, but we know he has a buttload of penalties. Yeah, Matty will be able to work his way up. I think he could catch VTech, but catching VTech and passing VTech, 2 different things.
2 entirely different things. And catching Ben is Cam Tizzle now within half a second as we enter Maggot and Beckett's.
Oh, and Ben cut the absolute crap out of one of those corners.
Okay, Snitch.
Can check his telemetry on it. Let's see who's close to getting a penalty up front. Both the leaders, both on with the 1 warning. Electric Blade completely clean. Oh, we have contact. Cheesehead and E. Warren out of Brooklyn's in left field, both of them off the track.
Oh.
I think that's E. Warren without a front wing entirely. Yeah, he is missing a lot of downforce.
Yeah.
Not on there, but I think that pretty much spells the end of points for both of them.
And outside of that 1 podium for E. Warren,
oh, Wing It!
Things have been pretty bleak. And Wing It luckily has a pretty big cushion. VTech's going to be all over that as he just went fastest. Wow. Could be an extra point for VTech. VTech Nation, stand up. Oh no! As I spoke too soon.
He's good.
Yep, he got it. He's got it. Tactical from VTech.
Yep, tactical 360. He gets style points, not to his championship, but from us. But he's still in 7th.
E. Warren's called it a day. We'll have to see what happened between him and Cheesehead later on. Meanwhile, Dream is on Deathstorm here. Dream threw it away a little bit earlier. And he's trying to claw back. Some of these penalties, he might be able to get himself back into the range where he can get a point or 2. Unfortunately for Dream, we've seen this scenario play out a couple times this year. Case in P9 on track, actually, right behind Harris. So really, everyone outside of the top 7 here have had some pretty big moments. Well, I guess Winged just had one as well, but he's still within the top 7.
I mean, that really helps out Shelly, who's now unimpeded in a way, right on the back of Texas DRS on the McLaren, who is really not even racing him with him. But
I mean, could Shelly
slingshot him up to 3rd.
Can Shelly make it all the way to electric, perhaps?
Again, getting to him's one thing, but passing him with 7 to go, seems a little unlikely.
Wow. Heard it here first, Andy is a hater.
Yep.
He is a Shelly the Turtle hater in the booth. Texas Tornado, though, losing time here. These mediums are coming into perfect form. Of course, Texas also has 9 seconds for the time penalties, so Shelley is already 4th on track. He's going to have to get that move done, though. If he wants to have any chance at the hypothetical I proposed a little bit earlier. Harris now, let's see. Harris isn't getting anything. Everything's kind of spread out. Oh, Shelley actually does not get a good exit out of Maggots and Beckett's. I think he's on the butt.
Dumping the ERS.
He's dumping the ERS. And look at him gain. He's actually going to clear him despite all that.
Wow.
Before the entry to Stowe. Shelley into P4. And we'll see how high or how much higher the turtle can climb.
I mean, that was a pretty good slingshot around the McLaren. 3.5 seconds to ZX. I'll keep an eye on the gap, but I'm going to be riding on board with the leaders. If you want to go catch up on other action, I'm just going to watch Cam Tizzle, see if he's got any sort of challenge for Ben, but I mean, he's got more ERS than the McLaren, a little bit more pace. He's just waiting to use it.
Yeah, elsewhere, I mean, there's not a whole lot. Maddie and Harris, I think Harris is actually coming off his best result of the season last week. Looking for points again. But, closest one on track. I'd assume Shelley's going to start to stretch his legs a little bit over 5th. And he has gained about half a second here on Electric, who is losing time to these two. Cam is now officially, this is the closest battle on track. About even with Maddie for P9, but last time I checked, number 1 is greater than number 9, so I think I'll join you in watching Cam Tizzle here. Cheesehead just threw on some softs and out of anger pumps in fastest lap of the day. That will take an extra point away from VTech. Big slap in the face to VTech. A lot of disrespect. These guys are gonna be exchanging words, I'd have to assume, after the race. VTech wanted his extra bonus point. Either way.
In the back, I think it was Bergie is spun out of Chapel. That takes him solely out of contention for the final point, but really helps out Harris, who has a fair amount of penalties, along with Case. Both those guys.
Bergie picked up a 10-second time penalty for just letting everybody by there. That will get removed.
Dirty.
That will get removed, but I think Bergie's probably just going to go ahead and say that's a day. See if the over-under finishers was 15, mind you. So take us down to 15 exactly.
Cam Tizzle, right on the back of Ben now, as Ben ran wide out of Cops. Came within half a second, but was able to respond going through the S's there.
All these retirements have been in the pits as well, so nothing from really on-track stuff.
Harris has died. Oh, wait, no, that's Chase. Sorry. Oh, and Cheesehead has hit the wall.
Cheesehead has died.
Oh man, he hit the wall hard.
Yeah, he did, and I think that once he gets back to the pits, he might be Chase spins again. I think we might be hitting the under.
I think we will too.
Ooh, Maddie lost.
Oh, and that's Maddie. Oh my goodness.
Maddie lost it.
Did someone throw a banana peel out there? Oh, he's gonna squeeze.
Jesus.
Oh wait, no, that was the Express. Oh my goodness. Whew. Someone else is around. Oh wait, no, that was Bergie's retired car. Ha, pranked.
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. Tricky conditions out here. Guys are losing it all over the place. Like you said, I think maybe some banana peels out on track. Might have to investigate this like it's an Italian soccer game. That may. People probably won't get that joke.
I don't.
It's probably best that I don't say why. Ben leads Cam Tizzle by 0.6 as they head back onto the hangar straight. And this is not really action. VTech and Wing It further back. VTech actually might catch Wing It. So it could be back-to-back 5th and 6th for our Lord and Savior, the Puerto Rican, Jesus, VTech.
Going for the move here? He's closing.
He's closing. And
He's
a prodigious raise. Gonna back out a little bit, but I think Wing's gonna run just a little bit wide. But I think he knows what's coming. It's a VTech.
I think that was a message of a letter of intent from VTech.
VTech from the top rope and
Texas Pit. Texas Tornado is
why
pit
did he?
Was his tires not gonna make it? Did he want fastest lap? He just threw away.
He's on hards. Yeah, he just threw away. Cuts. I'm not sure
he's
this
gonna
is the
lose more
smartest
here to
decision.
Case and well, Case Harris has just about died coming onto the Hamilton straightaway. I understand that.
Chase makes the underhit. 14 now. She's also going to be going for fastest lap again.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of that was from Texas. Maybe his tires weren't going to make it, but
I mean, they should have.
He
was
threw
on
away
hards.
7th place.
Yeah, he was on hards. I'm not sure what the rationale is here. Look at Case up there, 7 on track. What's happening?
Ben and Cam.
Oh, how did we miss this?
We've been watching it, but it's just a DRS battle. But I guess Cam finally got tired of waiting. He went for it.
Or maybe Ben might have made a little bit of mistake out of Chapel. That gap was 4 to 5 tenths for pretty much the entire time. Not really sure.
Shelley also picked up 3 seconds when that happened, so that pretty much into his charge for a podium. VTech and Wing It! Wing It just absolutely shoving VTech off the track.
VTech, our sweet prince. We're gonna see how Ben approaches this.
If you want to ride with the leaders, I'll let you know if anything's going to happen between the battles with 2nd and 3rd and 5th and 6th. But I think Ben may came up for the last lap. I don't know.
That is the question with really OP DRS areas down the hangar. Straight as Cheesehead's retired in the pits as well. That'll bring us down to what, 13?
Yeah,
13 guys. Yeah, after full grid, man. Usually doesn't have such an effect on these drivers, but guys are getting a little upset tonight. Hate to see it.
Shout out to Express in 13. He's been a lap down for almost this entire race, but he's still chugging along.
Nah, he's chugging along. He's just turning laps.
We salute you.
We salute Express for his grind. Respect the grind. But Ben does look like he could potentially pull off this move. What's ERS look like for these two?
They're 50 to 20 in Ben's favor. So
Ben is just keeping the pressure on his Cheesehead's AI. Heads out of the pits, and Ben is just waiting.
Oh my goodness! I don't think he can get any closer.
This is a close shave. Every single time.
Able to get around and Wing It, as Wing It made a mistake in the final corner.
Still good points for Wing It, who's all the way down. Not even sure. He's in 14th in the points right now, or 15th, excuse me, in the points right now. So Wing It has some making up to do before we welcome back in a couple weeks, hopefully.
I don't know what you do if you're Cam here. Like, you don't let him by, because
I would let him by now and try. Ooh, Ben gets that floorboard stuck on the edge.
That's to defend though, and you don't have the ERS to attack with. So I think you just save it. If he gets past you, he gets past you, but you got to save your ERS for this last straightaway in the final lap.
Still deploy from Ben. He made a little bit of a mistake, got the floorboard onto the curb on the outside of Cops. Kind of caught him up a little bit. Probably dissuaded him from trying to make the move, but we are going to have a move here on the final lap, if there is one. Action nonetheless. Shelly and Electric.
Yep.
Getting physical.
I really don't know why Shelly's trying to make this move. Because, I mean, if I'm Electric, I want to be right here. Knowing that Ben and Cam are this close, starting the final lap.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And the final lap, Ben again, all over the back of him, did 3, 4, and 5.
He's not burning it.
Not burning it yet. It's got 65%. Got a lot stored up to really just blow all at once. And I think this is going to be quite the battle heading into Stowe, more than likely. Cam down at 25%. He's flirting with the button, just trying to maintain a bit of a gap.
Ben, I mean, the closer he gets, the harder it will be for him to get through these S's. I mean, this is the only corners that count now. Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel. Cam gets a good run, but can he defend now?
Ben gets on that button a little early, maybe.
And Cam's down to 6%. He's opening the door.
Can he make it work? Not a whole lot of defense from Cam. Oh, and I think Ben thought he was clear.
Oh, he sends it!
Oh, is that Ben gonna hold on to it through club? We've seen a lot of trouble. Oh, and Ben's gonna take the win at the last second. Lots of fun stuff. We were building up for something. Ben was saving for a while in order to get that move done, and that's going to bring him his 3rd win of the season, tying him with Electric for tops on the win sheet. It's also going to put him P1 in the championship yet again. Cam Tizzle finishes second. Electric finishes 3rd. Shelley in 4th, and VTEC, good day for the Ferraris. 4th and 5th. Wing It in 6th. Good points from him. Casey Your Face comes the line in 7th. We'll see how much that holds. He's going to hold on to 8th. Matty Rabo in 7th. Texas is going to get P8. Did he even get fastest lap?
Let's see. I can tell you here. It was Cheesehead. Went to the grave with him.
I guess Texas lost out on about 1 spot. Probably the one to Dream. Nonetheless, that was kind of spots there, I think. But good job from Dream finishing P8 after a bit of a at the end of that first stint. And Case will come home in 10th. So good job to Case. Picking up a point. Harris in 11th, Deathstorm in 12th, Express in 13th. He's still trucking along. Very interesting, the amount of guys retired. A lot of heavy hitters as well, guys you'd expect around the top 10 at least. Chase, Cheesehead, Bergie, E. Warren, Secure the Perks, Future, all calling it quits in the pits tonight after entanglements of one kind or the other.
Man, what an exciting finish to that race. And I hate to ask him, but I mean, if I'm Cam, I'm holding the middle of the track in the cops, and I'm not giving the inside line, at least not without compromising it for Texas. I feel like he probably played that just a little too kindly, especially for a race win. That would have put him in the lead of the championship had Cam held on there, but great finish nonetheless between those two. And shout out to Ben for not turning into Cam's dive bomb into the final corner, but with those plenty of respect between the two.
Yeah, for the 18th time this year, these three on the podium combined. So the top three have been running away with it. That is the storyline the past few weeks. There is a huge gap now, and looking back far into the distance, but today it's Ben who comes out victorious, followed by Cam Tizzle and Electric, Shelley in 4th, VTEC 5th, Wing It in 6th, Maddie 7th, Dream in 8th, Texas Tornado in 9th, Case in 10th, and you have the rest outside the points: Harris, Deathstorm, Express, and a handful of guys who did not see this through. Deathstorm says that he tried to stretch his hards all the way, but he came up 1 lap short. Unfortunate for Death, and unfortunate for Red Bull yet again. Bit of a running theme. Those guys do not have any luck whatsoever this season.
Yeah, definitely Let's see. There was someone last season that just had absolutely wretched luck. I'd say that it's probably DK and Wingit last season.
Electric had pretty bad luck last season. I think he finished like 10th.
Yeah. Wait for these podium finishers. I mean, they're going to have a record, I think, by the end of the season of most combined podiums in the league race of the season.
Dude, I'm literally sweating right now.
Close to the levels of Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas podiums. Like, just the same three drivers over and over again.
Yeah, I really, you don't expect to have three guys like we have this year, but this is the way it goes sometimes. But here's Electric, so I guess the floor is yours.
Yep, we'll get started here. We'll come back to you two, who had a very exciting finish for us in a moment. But we'll start with the ever exciting Electric Blade in P3. Kind of had a boring race after a pretty dull first stint. It looked like just didn't quite get off the line like you wanted, and didn't quite have the pace to keep up with the Dream Train or those top two at the beginning of the race. But we're able to pull off a nice little overcut, and then just kind of ran by yourself towards good points day nonetheless for you. Run us through today's race for you, and how you feel going forward, Mr. Electric Blade.
I love this game 100%. Ice cream tires are fantastic.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, did not fire off the line. I think Shelly on cold hards even had a better start than you. But yeah, anything other than that? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have the pace for the top two. Got the bad start and was sitting 6th behind those 3 in front of me for the first part of the race, and then yeah, once the pit stops came around, I ended up by myself and just ran the rest of the race like that until Shelly was catching me, but he had a penalty, so I wasn't really worried.
Yep. Do you think if you didn't have such a wretched start that you would have had something for the other two?
I may have been able to keep up with them. Who knows? It didn't happen, so I guess we'll never know.
Yep. That is the way it is. See, we got Monaco next week. You excited?
I don't know how I feel about that race.
I don't think anyone does. Well, congratulations to Electric Blade. You can get back to your FIFA 23 practice for our wonderful pro club as soon as you wish. Congratulations on your podium and keeping up this streak of podium finishes. We'll move on to second place, and I'm surprised to say it, Cam Tizzle. I got one question for you. Why not defend the inside line into Stowe on the final lap?
Because usually, I don't know. Usually, I have better luck with moves around the outside in this game. Fair
enough. It did seem like Ben was saving up for many laps in advance for that.
I figured.
But he had about 40% more ERS than you going on to that final straightaway. But we're able to.
Good.
Sorry, you go ahead.
If I didn't, with 8 or 9 laps to go, if I didn't have a moment of oversteering and lose DRS and then have to spend another lap or two trying to get it back, or I wouldn't have had to use as much ERS as I did, because I definitely used another 20% just to get back up to him. So I mean, I have a feeling if I had a little bit more battery on that final straight, I feel like I would have been able to hold. But it is what it is. Just like I said, we'll never know.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seemed like more of a race that you threw away rather than one that Ben won. You got undercut, and then that's when you lost the lead to Ben after a pretty dominant first stint. It looked like just towing Ben along. But yeah, final stint came up just a corner short. We saw the lovely lunge into the final couple of corners there, but plenty of respect too.
As soon as I did. Go ahead. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Oh no, you're good. That was my question.
But yeah, into that corner, yeah, it was one last hope to maybe get something to stick. I was hoping he was going to go for a switchback, but then once he was around the outside still, and we kind of bang wheels, So I was like, all right, yeah, I can't really press this too much without being dirty, so I just kind of had to let him go, unfortunately, at that point.
Yep, the best sportsmen always know when they were beaten. But today, it didn't come into the final corner. Still a good points day. I'm not sure if you passed your teammate for second in the championship or not, but it's still really tight between you three. That's all I know.
It's close, no matter what.
But congratulations on your podium. We'll move on to Ben now, who won this race in the final sector and is now in the lead of the championship. Ben, run us through the final couple laps for us.
Yeah, I was definitely dreading the last 6 laps. I was pretty certain that Cam would just sit back and wait to do what I did on the last lap and just blow by me. Because it's pretty easy to go by, but Cam was sitting in the DRS and he actually went by me. And I was really surprised. So I felt like that gave me the opportunity to win the race. And coming into the last straight, I figured he would have also had more ERS, but I didn't he had to use it to keep up with me. So I was really fortunate to actually get in up the inside. And yeah, we definitely made contact, but I think Cam can agree it was pretty fair. I don't have any complaints about it. We both were shoving each other around a little bit, but no damage. I think it was pretty clean, and yeah, I'm ecstatic about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a wonderful move to get the race win there. I don't know, were you surprised Cam didn't defend the inside, or were you going to send it up there anyways?
I was really focused, so I wasn't particularly thinking about the move. I was just so focused on making sure I got the good exit, because otherwise there was no move to be made. But yeah, I guess in hindsight it is a little surprising, but I've also defended that corner like Cam did tons of times. Run out wide, and it gives you a chance to stay in front. So I don't think that corner is certainly like important to defend the inside, but yeah.
Yeah, an exciting race, an exciting finish to an exciting race. Nonetheless, nonetheless. But yeah, an exciting championship between you three. I think I don't feel like doing the math right now, but it's tight, about as tight as I'm not going to go there. Kitten, go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah, well, don't get me all torqued up this late in the broadcast, but yeah, it is. I'm trying to think back to the past couple of championships here in AM2. This is probably the tightest it's been for a while. At least the past 2 seasons. Mitch Burns and then Saint ran away with it the past 2 years in AM2. A couple years ago, Acosta, Freddie, and Bama were all pretty close. But this is blowing it out of the water so far. A real 3-horse race as we move on to Monaco next week. So, good luck there, guys. But all things considered, it is a great championship so far. And these three have really ditched everybody else. Especially again after tonight, where a lot of guys ran into problems. For the rest of the week, you can check out Contest of Speed Action here in COS Formula 1 on Twitch. Tomorrow, same time, same place, you will see AM1. That is where race. And then in the afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern, tomorrow you'll see EU2, and Thursday you'll see EU1 take on this Silverstone circuit. But yeah, until next time, for Electric, Cam, and Ben, and Andy, I'm Kitten. We'll see you next week in Monte Carlo.